professionals. Ladies and gentlemen, to welcome you and give you an insight into the convention, I now invite the chairman of the Convention Organizing Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Vivek Nair.
His Excellency the Governor of Goa, Mr. Bharat Veer Vanchu, Honorable Minister of Tourism, Government of India, Mr. Subodh Khan Sahai, Honorable Minister of Tourism, Government of Kerala, Mr. Anil Kumar, Honorable Minister of Tourism, Government of Puducherry, Mr. P. Rajavelu, the Secretary Tourism, Government of Goa, Mr. Samuel, the President of the International Hotel and Restaurant Association, Dr. Ghassan, ID, Mr. Kamlesh Barod, the President, FHRAI, the Presidents of the various regions, and all the past Presidents of the FHRAI who are here with us, Mr. Joe McInerney, President, American Hotel and Lodging Association, Mr. Frank Wolf, CEO, Hospitality Financial Technology Professionals, Mr. Akhilesh Patel, Chairman, Asian American Hotel Owners Association, and Mr. Vikram Madhok, Chairman of the World Travel Tourism Council. It is my proud privilege to welcome you this evening to the FHRAI's annual convention. This year, it has been a different convention in the sense that apart from inviting members of our 3,400 hotels and restaurants, we have invited the President of the International Hotel and Restaurant Association, which represents all the associations of the world, to have their Board of Governors meeting here. So that's the first time that the FHRAI convention has, in conjunction with the IH&RA, had a meeting, and we hope to have that tradition continued in the future. We have also invited all the presidents of the top hospitality associations. So they're also participating in the various sessions with us. So our delegates will have a great insight into topics which are of importance all over the world. As our minister is here today, I'll just recap some points which we have been taking up with him. I must say that in recent years, we have not had a more dynamic and proactive minister. He fully understands our industry. His aim is to increase the world's foreign tourist arrivals into India from 0.6 to 1.2. And for that aim to be achieved, we have to increase our foreign tourist arrivals from 6.2 to 12 million. And that's not an easy task. We only have 120,000 guest rooms in the classified sector in India, which is even less than what Manhattan or even Bangkok has. And to have 10 million tourists, foreign tourists, we need to have 180,000 more rooms, which is an investment of about $30 billion in the next 5 years. That is indeed a very formidable task, especially because foreign direct investment is not very encouraging in India. So one of the key aspects of giving incentives to hotels has been including hotel sector in the infrastructure list of the RBI. The minister has personally taken interest in that, and thanks to the decision of the Cabinet Committee on Infrastructure, hotels within city limits of 10 lakhs are now covered by infrastructure. And the minister has been kind enough to talk to the new finance minister to have that extended throughout the country. Once that is done, then we could have, the industry can have loans for 13, 15 years, unlike 6 or 8 years now, lower rate of interest, and make it economically viable. Another aspect of the issues which the Prime Minister was pointed out in this presentation last year was the visa on arrival to be granted in other cities. Right now, visa on arrival is only granted to Delhi, Mumbai, Calcutta, and Chennai. So our request is that the tourism attracting destinations such as Goa, Thiruvananthapuram, Cochin, Bangalore, Hyderabad may also be given visa on arrival status, and the present 17 countries to be expanded to countries such as CIS countries such as Russia, Poland, Kazakhstan, and also the Schengen countries. So the disappointing news is, as of today morning, I checked with the Immigration Bureau here, and they're saying that they can give visa on arrival only by March next year. So we lose out on this season also. So I requested the minister now that Mr. Sushil Kumar Shinde is our Home Minister and a good friend of ours from Mumbai. I met him last week, and he's promised to see what can be done to have it at least from November onwards, if not October. And the only handicap is the number of people to man that. So the immigration chief here said that even if you can get the state government to second police personnel, they'll be able to manage at least the Dabolim airport. That would increase automatically the arrivals by about 25–30%. As you know, because of the disturbances in the Middle East, the direct flights from many of these countries are not able to go there. And our honorable minister was in Moscow last year, and he was told that is it possible for Kerala and Goa and the coastal states in India to cater to about 2 million additional tourists. And that's impossible because even now, between November and March, all the hotels are chock-a-block in Kerala and Goa. So he has set up a high-level committee to see how we can add 50,000 rooms, that is 100,000 beds in the next 3 years, to cater to that demand. And one of those would be the rationalization of CRZ rules. And all the coastal states in India are members of the committee, starting with Kerala, Goa, Karnataka, Daman, Diu, Orissa, and we'll come up with a recommendation in about 2 months' time as to how we can get this done. The major issue is the approval process. The state governments take minimum 2 to 3 months to approve the plans of coastal resorts, and the Ministry of Environment Forest takes at least 1.5 years. So it's a good 2 years before you get permission to build, and another 2 to 3 years to build. So our committee is recommending that at least within 4 months, if there's a fast-track approach, that the state government can approve the plans and send it to the MOEF, then at least you can have these 50,000 rooms built immediately. Otherwise, it'll be just on paper, and business which is right there at the doorstep won't be able to be tapped. There are several such related issues in the states also. Goa needs a convention center. When the Parikar government was here earlier, we had suggested a place in Uttorda. The chief ministers again mentioned that in the budget, so we hope that it'll be achieved soon. For example, today, if we had a hall of about 2,500, I'm sure Goa would have attracted not just 850 or 900 people we have today, but it could have gone beyond 2,000. And there is rooms capacity to take care of such a hall. So we plan to interact with the tourism secretary and the CM to make sure that the convention center is built very quickly here. Another long outstanding request is a golf course in Betul. When President Clinton came here about 6 years ago, the first thing he did was to ask, where is the closest golf course? And he was shocked to hear that Goa doesn't have a golf course. So he played, the pitch and putt course just outside our resort, which is not really a 9-hole park course. The CM also mentioned about the golf course being set up in his budget speech. So we hope to take up these two issues with him in the next few weeks. Kerala is another state which has been very proactive as far as tourism is concerned, and Mr. Anil Kumar, in a short stint, has shown that things can be done there. So just like Goa and Kerala, if you can get the approval process speeded up, if the state government can approve the plans within 4 months for coastal resorts and backwaters, then we can request the MOEF to, in turn, complete their process in 4 months in a fast track. And there are at least about 30,000 rooms which can be added to Goa immediately, both in the coastal resorts and backwaters. The committee which the minister has set up are identifying the various coastal stretches in all these 6 states where we can set up new resorts. I would like to touch on a subject which is not very amenable to the Kerala government. Recently, the liquor license was announced, and below 4-star, that 1, 2, 3 star, they asked the trade to close all the bars. So our request has been that it's not just 4-star hotels and 5-star hotels where tourists come to, they also go to 1, 2, and 3-star. The High Court of Goa has struck down that proposal, and I request the Minister to persuade the state government not to pursue it in the Supreme Court. For the interest of tourism, we need all types of tourists, not just 4 and 5-star. So I'm sure you'll see our way and make it, not appeal against it and make it law. The 12th five-year plan given to the Planning Commission envisaged for the setting up of a Indian Culinary Institute. The good news is that I've personally been involved in getting the Culinary Institute of America, tried to collaborate with us. So after 2 years, I just got the word last week that they'll be able to collaborate with the Indian government to set up a Culinary Institute. The land has been identified in IGNOU, so we are planning to take it up with the Ministry of Tourism and FHRAI. The Culinary Institute of America produce the best chefs in the world, and they look forward to setting up one here. They only have one in Singapore, and this will be the second place in the world they'll have a branch. There are several other subjects which I don't want to take up. The industry well knows what those are. So I conclude my speech welcoming one and all of you, and we hope that the delegates here will enjoy their stay at the Leela Goa and Goa. Thank you.
And for voicing our shared concerns. Ladies and gentlemen, the International Hotel and Restaurant Association is officially recognized by the United Nations and includes hotel and restaurant associations from approximately 100 countries around the globe, and international hotel and restaurant chains representing 50 leading brands. In a rare distinction, members of the IH&RA are with us here today at our 47th National Convention. May I now call upon the President of the International Hotel and Restaurant Association, Dr. Ghassan AIDI, to deliver the keynote address. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ghassan AIDI.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Mr. Vivek Nair, Chairman of this conference, Mr. Kamlesh Baro, President of FHRAI, Honorable Shri Subodh Kant Sahai, Union Tourism Minister of India, Chief Minister of India, Mr. Shri Manohar Parrikar, IH&RA Board of Directors, colleagues, all my friends, hoteliers, leaders of India, all guest speakers, good afternoon. Welcome to our joint conference in this beautiful Goa. I'm glad to see a presence of more than 800 delegates who decide to join this important conference despite the global economical and financial crisis that continue to hit hardly our industry worldwide. Well, can you remember in our history any year without any problems? I don't. This economical and financial crisis is not different from any other crisis. From collapsing economy since 2008 to H1N1, from mad cow disease to tsunami, earthquake, volcano, and to many other natural disasters combined with acts of terrorism and vandalism have all posed serious threats to our industry. Lately, adding to the seriousness of this crisis, we are already facing public sector worldwide that do consider us yet another source of revenue during these times by drastically increasing our taxes, fees, and VAT. That will immediately affect the financial health of our industry. Today, we need to stand together as the single voice of a strong and viable industry and create a strategic plan and begin to execute our plan and achieve our objectives for the overall benefit of our hotels and our consumers, the people. The time to act is now. Together we need to continue expanding and lobbying and defending the interest of our industry. This is not the promise of the hospitality, our great old pioneers who did travel the oceans for our hospitality. They became innkeepers, aubergistes, and we do owe them actions to keep our industry as vibrant and as healthy as it has ever been. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the leaders of our industry. Our industry leads the way in the global economy in more aspects than many other industries. We are leaders in providing employment, paying competitive wages, and providing excellent career opportunity to the people in our communities. We are leaders in helping reducing the poverty around the world by providing employment to all levels of skills while generating revenue for the entire communities. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, that every single day, 10 new hotels open somewhere in the world? 10 new hotels every single day, that over that 3,650 hotels. And you imagine how many they will hire, how many employees, you have immediately the result. This is why our sector is the leader in reducing the poverty around the world. We are the leaders also because we are helping our communities around the world overcome economic difficulties by attracting capital investment and spending from other places or other parts of the world. Lately, we are also the leaders in fighting the effects of the climate change, while our industry contributes less than 2.5% of the total emission of CO2 worldwide. We are leaders also because we promote tourism industry at our cities and countries in promoting our hotels. Leaders are made, not born. Leadership is forged in time of crisis. It's very easy to sit down in meeting and to chit-chat about various theories. It's another thing to lead when our industry comes tumbling down. We need to continue to be leaders at our industry who think creatively about how we can restore our competitive edge in our hotels. Let's go back to work. Let's try by ourselves to find some solutions to reduce the impact of this crisis that do not want to end since 3 to 4 years. While the public sector everywhere are racing to increase multiplicity of taxes as well as general sales taxes and VAT, they love to compete. Who is going to give us the highest VAT? One of the countries in Europe charge as much as 26% of VAT. Can you believe that? 26%. Our consumer, our guests are tired. When they receive the invoice, when they stay in our hotels, they find tax 1, tax 2, tax 3, tax 4, tax 5, taxes. They say, what it is? What all these taxes? They think that, they do think that we are stealing them. They say, why you have tax 1 and tax 2 and tax 3 and tax 4? This is the law. What do you mean this is the law? And they are giving us a hard time, the consumers, the people. I take to this opportunity to thank the government of France, Serbia, and Cyprus, who did accept IH&RA initiative to reduce the VAT to one-digit number for the hospitality sector. The former president of France, Sarkozy, accepted to reduce the VAT from 19.8%, guess to how much? 5.5. Government of Serbia reduced it from 20% to 6.5%. This is what I like to see always, one digit. It's more easy to calculate in the computer if you have one digit tax. Just as simple as that. How we can work together now? We need to define wisely our objective, which is how to protect our bottom line and expand and compensate the missing revenue. Remember, always people need to travel. People will continue to travel. Tourism will not end. Business traveler will not stop pouring at our hotels. The difference only that the way of travelers did change. Instead of staying maybe in 5 stars, they will stay in 4. Instead of spending 2 weeks vacation, they will spend 10 days vacation. Instead of eating at the hotel, they will try to look if McDonald's is not far from the hotel outside. This is how the people will change, but they will continue to travel. They will continue to come to our hotels. They need tourism to forget their problems. They need to go on vacation to forget their problems. Since 5 years now, natural disasters start to grow in the world. It can hit anywhere. Even Washington, D.C. last year was hit twice. Volcano eruptions in Iceland, Argentina, Haiti was destroyed. Japan was hit badly. This is just the beginning. We need to cooperate and collaborate together with sustainable development issues and show the other industry that we still are the leaders. I'm trying here to light a fire after lighting together the traditional lamp. I'm speaking out and loud because I have hope.